Good afternoon, Bradley here. I just have one album today, so I'll try to run through it kind of quick, make a shorter video. The one album I have, it is called Arclight by Julian Lage. This was recorded and released in 2016. It's on the Mac Avenue label. It's a three-piece. It would be considered primarily a jazz guitar album. And so you have Julian Lage on guitar. He's in the center there. Kenny Woolison on drums and percussion over here. And the bass player is Scott Colley. Three-piece. So, like I said, it's primarily jazz guitar, but it's got a couple songs that are pretty much country, and there's one song that could be considered exotica on this. So it's not an overly long album. It's probably only 35 minutes long, 11 songs, and each song is different from the previous one. Now, I don't know if you can hear this in the background. Julian plays it sounds like a Telecaster, but I think it was called a Danacaster. It's kind of like a boutique made similar to a Tele. And I don't know my guitar jazz that much, but I don't think you hear Telecasters in guitar jazz very much because it's got that high, little higher twangy sound, but it works perfectly on this album. So I think Julian's released maybe, I don't know, 7 or 8 albums, 8 or 9 albums over the last 10 plus years. And he was pretty much a child prodigy growing up, so he knows guitar inside and out. He's worked with Gary Burton, the jazz vibraphonist, quite a few albums with him. He's done a lot of work with John Zorn, the, I guess you call it avant-garde composer, saxophonist. So it sounds good. Now on this album, like I said, it's three-piece. The soundstage, you know, is very nice and wide. It's beautiful. But the thing about this album is the actual, I guess you call it soundstage vertically, which would be your highs and lows. This album has a tremendous bass in this. I mean, it is massive. And it sounds excellent. You know, you got to know what you're doing when you mix this to actually maybe not have too much bass, but to maximize it. And well, actually, Kevin Gray from Coherent Audio, he did the mastering for this vinyl. They had another engineer doing the regular mastering, but Kevin did this for this vinyl. Like my speakers, I have a decent system, some tall floor standing speakers. I do not have a subwoofer because I really don't need a subwoofer. My speakers put out pretty good bass. But when I listen to this album, it sounds like I have a subwoofer there. That's how much bass and vibration or whatever is coming out of these recordings. In fact, the first time I listened to it, I was holding this paper, reading it, and I could feel the vibrations of the bass moving this paper from like more than 10 feet away. It's like, unreal. So like I said, this has 11 songs on here, and I'll just name a couple of them. This particular song, if you can hear it in the background, is called Nocturne. He did not write this. An older British musician, Spike Hughes, I think, wrote this a long time ago. But it's one of them songs where when you first hear it, you're like, I've heard this before. I don't know if I have or not, but it sounds excellent. The song before this was called Persian Rug, and that was pretty much purely a country song. It's got, like I said, exotica. Stop, Go Start is the name of a song. Pretty much exotica. It's got great percussion and that guitar playing. It even ends this album with a blues. Excellent song called Ryland. So I'm like thrilled with this. I didn't know it would sound this good, but because I was listening to it on streaming, which is not the highest quality. So I got the vinyl here at home and played it on my system, and it's like, whoa, holy crap. Good stuff. So I will definitely be picking up more albums from Julian Lage. That Nels Cline album, that sounds like a good one. So anyhow, that's all I have for today. Everybody take care, stay safe. So I'll catch you next time. See ya.